are island hopping and chasing the enemy.
Why are we here?
I am here because people need to go to heaven.
Every year in Hawaii, thousands of soldiers train for what a war with China might look like. The 2-week event is called JPMRC. It's a force-on-force training exercise. The side representing the U.S. Army and its partners is known as Blue 4, and the enemy is Op 4, or opposing force. The two sides fight in a series of engagements on Oahu and the Big Island of Hawaii. Over 5,000 people participate, including soldiers from foreign military allies like Thailand, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom.
This event is the culmination of about 16 months of work. This is the one time about every 2 years that the entire team comes together. So we've got about 14 days to generate readiness, so we're ready in the event that we're called to do something.
Peace is a good thing, but I joined the military to go to war, so.
A combat veteran with a big personality.
Everybody gotta die sometime, Red.
Who I hope to one day meet again.
Everything we're doing out here is to deter a war from happening. Our goal is no war.
Let's get it.
What we're doing here is training at the very high end of the tactical echelon so that we can provide that confidence, provide that joint readiness to keep the region safe, stable, secure.
Hey, sir, it's Cacti 6. I read you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Okay. I've been in the Army for about 26 years. I started as a paratrooper in the 82nd, multiple tours in the Ranger Regiment, in and out of Afghanistan and Iraq. My role specifically as the commander is synchronizing all of the different elements of this task force to win on the battlefield at the least cost.
First off, happy Halloween for those of you that aren't tracking.
Hey!
Yep, today's Halloween. Paint your face.
Why did you tell the group in there happy Halloween earlier?
The reason why I mentioned it is service asks a lot of families. You know, being away from some of these kind of milestone moments, these are things that most people don't have to worry about. I talked to a young man yesterday whose son's 16th birthday was yesterday, and it was eating at him a little bit. Nobody's got their personal phones out here. And I said, hey, if we can get you a minute to give your son a call, is that something you'd want to do? And he said, you know what, sir, my guys don't have phones, I'm not going to do it. If there's a couple weeks in the calendar year where we need to be focused, these 14 days are it.
We're going to grab Brahmas unless something changes. So as soon as the team can get up there and grab that terrain, we'll pile in.
SP time is 5 minutes. The convoy is going to be 30 miles an hour max.
Everybody get that?
The Bronco Brigade relocates its Tactical Operations Center, or TOC, from Kauaihapai Airfield, formerly known as Dillingham, on Oahu's northern coast, to Wheeler Army Airfield, known as Objective Brahmas. As JPMRC begins, an 800-acre wildfire burns in the center of Oahu, with the Army deploying helicopters to fight the fire. A few miles north, the Bronco Brigade battles Op 4 for control of Objective Blaze. But our cameras are late to the fight. We show up right after Charlie Company tells us they defeated Op 4 in a firefight that lasted for hours. Though we missed the action, Specialist Angel Morales from Charlie Company recorded part of the engagement with his GoPro camera.
Friendly's pushing forward to our left!
I've been in the Army for about 2 years now. When I was just starting out, it seemed all chaotic and I didn't really know what was going on. I would just follow my team leader, whatever they told me to do.
Hey, Sutter, you still got one alive down there!
But now it's like, I actually know what's going on.
We're about to push into them.
In the moment of battle, you kind of see where you might need to reinforce.
I'm reloading!
Or where they might even try and flank you.
Hey, Sarkay! They're still right there!
It's just moments like that, like learning experiences that I really like.
No. Super. Yeah, I knew you'd be out here eventually.
We found him. Number 23.
Why are you so late to the fight? Man, I killed like 48 people myself last night. Myself.
First Sergeant Stuart Fletcher.
What else do you want to know?
The ranking non-commissioned officer in Charlie Company, known as Charlie Rock. Spending 10 days with Fletcher at Jungle School, the idea of linking up with him during a training exercise like this was a big reason for making the trip.
How many people we killed this last 2 days? 200 plus.
A veteran of multiple combat deployments during the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, Fletcher now leads a new generation of soldiers as Charlie Rock's first sergeant.
First Sergeant Fletcher is a special and supremely competent and gifted leader. Our structure with guys like Fletcher as the first sergeant can help folks kind of navigate and stay on a good path and turn into really, really capable, productive leaders.
Roach, hey, this is the hero of the battle for Rock Company. Roach, he is the finest mortarman, but he also flies a DJI drone better than anyone you ever met in your life. If there was NASCAR for DJI drones, he would win it. Yeah, these are the best soldiers in the world right here. Trained by Alistair Keys himself.
Charlie Rock's company commander is Captain Alistair Keys. Like Fletcher, he deployed to the Middle East with the 75th Ranger Regiment, and he's co-winner of the 2021 Best Ranger competition.
Cap Mal Keys, one of the most humble and selfless leaders that I've seen. So here you have this really smart and focused officer paired with, a seasoned and highly proficient non-commissioned officer. So they're kind of a pair to be reckoned with.
Rock Company, I like to look at it as the best in the Bronco Brigade. They can send us anywhere and we'll make sure it gets done.
Stay strapped to get clapped. Call her up.
9395, get to a grid for those trucks, over.
Although Charlie Rock defeated OPFOR at Objective Blaze, they also suffered simulated casualties. Each injured soldier gets a casualty card describing the nature of their injury, which has to be communicated before a medical evacuation.
So I got my left leg blown off, so I'm an urgent surgical. I'm in priority.
We got attacked from the back. There's not really much I could have done in the situation. So you just gotta kind of take the L and keep moving forward. I'll be back in the fight in 24 hours, so.
The OC was just rekeying left and right. He was like, rekeying all his dudes over and over. I'm like, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. You're going to die.
What's rekeying?
Rekeying, so you're wearing these, and then your laser.
What are you wearing?
They call it Miles gear.
During JPMRC, all participants wear sensors known as Miles gear, which detects lasers attached to the weapons on the battlefield, all of which shoot blank rounds. When a laser hits the sensor, it makes an electronic sound that means they've been shot.
The Miles gear is like militarized laser tag, if you will.
I'm dead. You dead? I'm dead.
Before they get back into the action, a soldier's Miles gear must be reactivated or rekeyed by an observer controller. According to the Department of Defense, the Miles gear costs about $1,500 per soldier. It's one piece of the cost required to run an event like JPMRC.
The American taxpayers invested an enormous amount of resources into this event, and we want to put our best foot forward.
A $300 million exercise. America gave us this gift of $300 million. The entire division focused on our success, so let's make sure we maximize the most out of it.
During a leadership meeting, Shaw said the event cost about $300 million, but the Army later told us that number was not accurate. So we went to the Pentagon to get clarity on the budget.
Costing data for the Army is complicated. For me to tell you how much an exercise costs, we could be here all day parsing out the particular things that go into an exercise. For example, certainly the number of soldiers times their salary for the amount of time that they're there in the exercise. There's various things that add into each of the rotations that make it a little bit difficult to calculate.